Assalamualaikum. Today on Math Sparks, we're going to discuss transformations. This is a short video for transformations in which we're going to discuss basic four things that usually come in our papers. So let's get starting. First of all, the transformation first thing is reflections. And whenever we are talking about reflections, we always describe the line of reflection. Okay. So let me just write it down for you guys over here. Line of reflection. Okay, consider the line of reflection as the mirror line to which the our reflection will be happening. Okay, like for example, if we have an object over here and there's a mirror line over here, the image will be created at the same distance as it is apart from the mirror. Okay, so the distance will be almost same. If it is 5 centimeters, this will be again be 5 centimeters. Okay, this is the basic construction. Whereas if we're going to talk about the construction of reflection, we will be discussing the whole questions in the next video. Okay. Now coming towards the shortcuts of the reflection, as we can see over here, shortcuts in and reflection is very simple. You guys just have to remember these things for your exams, as it is one of the most important things. Okay, so reflection over here, and if we talk about a reflection x-axis, that means that we have a Cartesian plane over here. Cartesian plane. This line is called x-axis. Okay, if if there's a reflection through this line, we're going to change what? We're going to change the y-axis sign. That means if we have a point, for example, over here, that is considered as uh, 2, 4, the point will be reflected over here. Only our y sign will be changed. That means 2 minus 4. Okay. Now coming towards our part B of the shortcut, that is reflection y-axis. Change in x signs only. If that means this is our basically this line is our y-axis. If the reflection is happening through the y-axis, we're gonna change the points. For example, taking the same points 2 and 4, we only have to change the x sign. So that means it will be somewhere over here and it will be considered as -2 and 4. Okay. Now coming towards the reflection in y equal to xx. Okay, y equal to x. That means we have to draw a y equal to x9. If I can just draw it over here to help you guys. Okay, so this is our Cartesian plane. This is our Cartesian plane. Y equal to x9 means that this line will be going towards the center and it will be equal. Like for example, if it is 1 on y, it will be 1 on x. So this point will be 1, 1. Okay. So this is the basic concept of y equal to x9. Let me just write it down over here so you guys won't get confused. Y equal to x9. Okay. Whenever we have the reflection y equal to x9, that means we have to swap the both places. Both places of what? X and y. If we have a 2 and 4 over here, it will be changed into 4 and 2. Okay, this is the swapping. Okay, now coming towards the our third option, or the last option, reflection in y equal to minus x. Reflection in y equal to minus x means, let me just change the color so you guys can see it clearly. That means that the line is now going in the opposite direction of the same thing. This line is considered as y equal to minus x9. Okay, we have to do the same thing that we have done before. What we have done before, we have done swap both places and change the both signs. At first, we didn't change the sign, but now we are changing the sign. So, for example, if we have the same point at that's considered as 2 and 4, we're gonna swap it first. Swapping means 4 and 2. Now change the both signs. That means now we have to, if there's a plus over here, I will change these both into minus. So this will be our final answer. Okay. So again, a bit the going back towards our basic thing is what? whenever we are defining reflection, whenever we identify that a certain transformation is of reflection, we will always mention line of reflection. Line of reflection. And line of reflection is usually considered as this thing: reflection in x-axis, reflection in y-axis, reflection in y equal to x, reflection equal in y equal to minus x. Okay, there are more reflection points, but all those will be discussed in the next video.